Hey guys, this is Synthetic Goddess. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, we teach strategies to become profitable in the financial market. If you are new to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and follow all my videos. So on this video, I'll be teaching about PO highs, explaining candles you can use in recognizing your PO highs. In my last video, we explained the types of PO highs that we have. So if you are yet to check the other video, kindly go back to it and watch the video so you can get detailed explanation about the types of PO high we have, and you'll be able to continue from here. So right on this video, I'm going to be explaining the candles you can use in recognizing your PO high. Basically, we have two types of PO high. Like I said in the last video, we have the primary PO high and then we have the secondary PO high. So the candles you can use in recognizing your PO high, your primary PO high, I'm going to explain it here. So basically, you are looking for a break of structure. As you know, we don't do anything until we have our valid break of structure, until we recognize our valid break of structure. Once we are able to get our valid break of structure, that is when we can now start doing any other thing, looking for our liquidity, looking for the PO high. So we have our break of structure here. We have a break of structure, and we have a break of structure here also. This is a break of structure. Now, in recognizing your primary PO high, you are getting to see your first, you want to see your first break of structure before this structure break. You want to see your first break of structure before the structure break. So we are marking out the first break of structure before our structure break. After we mark this out, so from here to here is where we are looking for our primary PO high. This is where we are looking for our primary PO high. And basically, we have two candles you can use in recognizing your PO high. We have the SC candle and then we have the Quasimodo candle. You can also use base candle, all these candles, but basically we focus on SC candle and Quasimodo candle for the primary POI. We focus on just the SC candle and Quasimodo candle for the primary POI. But if you see base candle or other block that you are sure about in the primary POI, why not? Or if market gives you confirmation at a base candle, why not? You can enter the market. You can go into the market after the market has given you confirmation at probably a base candle. Just be sure that it is around the first break of structure. The PO high falls into the first break of structure, and yes, you can take your trade once the market gives you a confirmation. So talking about SC candle, SC candle is simply the last, it is the last up candle before a down move, before a break of structure. It is the last up candle before a break of structure to the downside, and it is the last down candle before a break of structure to the upside. Now what I mean is this: we have this white candle at the top. We have it as our up candle before this break of structure to the downside. Before we have this break of structure to the downside, this is our up candle. So we are marking this up candle out as our SC candle. We are marking this out as our SC candle. And then once the market gets there, you're looking for a confirmation to continue the market to the downside, because this is obviously a break of structure to the downside. So we are in a downtrend and we're expecting the market to continue to the downside. We are expecting to join the market to move to the downside. So once you mark out your SE candle, you are not just entering at SE candle, you are waiting for confirmation. Remember, a PO high can only be a reaction zone. Now, it will no longer be a reaction zone when it gives confirmation. Once it gives you confirmation, it is no longer a reaction zone. It is now a valid POI. So a POI can turn to a reaction zone, because that is what the market can do. You can't predict the market every time. You are under probability. You are predicting it based on probabilities, not because you are so sure of it. So ensure that you always get confirmation whenever your market gets into a POI. This is going to save you a whole lot of stress, and it is going to make you have a lot of confluences before entering the market. So once you mark out the SE candle, you can mark out your Quasimodo level also. You can mark out your Quasimodo level. So here, this is how you recognize your Quasimodo candle. We have a higher high, higher low. Then we have the higher high. Then we came back to break this low. Now, from this last higher high, this is where you are marking out your Quasimodo pattern. From this last higher high, this is a higher high, this is a higher low. From this last higher high, this is where you're marking out your Quasimodo candle. Now, recognizing your Quasimodo candle, you are marking this candle out. You're marking this candle out as your Quasimodo candle. When we talk about Quasimodo pattern, all this area is the Quasimodo level. This is a Quasimodo level. This is a Quasimodo level, but you are only marking out a candle to validate your Quasimodo candle, to validate your primary PO high. So we had the last higher high. This is the higher high before we broke a structure. So this is the last higher high. This is where you are marking out your Quasimodo candle. So here you mark it out. You mark out this Quasimodo candle. You mark it out, and then you're expecting the market to come to that area. You've marked out your Quasimodo candle, you've marked out your SE candle. These are the two PO highs you are marking out. When it comes to marking of PO highs on primary points of interest, at primary point, this is where you can only mark out your PO highs, your candles for PO highs at primary point of interest. Once you mark out these two PO high, I'm not seeing any reason why you should be marking out every PO high. You're just marking out every PO high, expecting the market to react everywhere. You're just marking out different PO highs, and you're expecting the market to react here. No, you are marking just two PO highs. You are marking 2 points PO highs, which is the SC candle and then the Quasimodo candle. You are marking out the Quasimodo candle, you are marking out your SC candle, and you are waiting patiently for market to get there, give you a confirmation so that you can ride with the sell, you can continue with the sell. And how you mark out your primary point of interest, you are not just marking out any candle as your point of interest, but you are making sure that your primary point of interest is falling under where we had the first break of structure and to the last swing point, which is this. So this is our break of structure, and this is what the market did. When the market got there, the market used the Quasimodo level, it used the Quasimodo pattern, because we had a supply zone very near the Quasimodo level. We had a valid supplies candle here. We had a valid supply candle here, which is this candle. This is a valid supply candle. This is a valid supply candle, and the market reacted there immediately. And then we had break of structure to the downside. We had the first break of structure to the downside, confirming us that we are ready for a sell. and immediately this market broke to the downside, we had a retest at SC candle. We had a retest at SC candle. We had our retest back at SC candle, and the market continued to the downside. The market retested the SC candle and continued to the downside, and then we targeted this low. So the market used a Quasimodo level because we had a very valid supply zone at the Quasimodo level. The market broke structure to the downside and gave us a retest back to the SC candle, and that is very valid for a sell. We are very sure that this is going to sell. When you check your lower time frame, you will be able to join this sell and move to the downside, targeting this external liquidity. Let's check other pair, let's check other instruments, and then see for ourselves primary points of interest and how you can use them and how it really works. And remember, basically you're marking out two PO highs at primary point of interest. You are marking out the SC candle, you are marking out the Quasimodo candle, and basically Quasimodo candle can fall with the SC candle. Quasimodo candle can fall with the SC candle. You just have to mark that out. Just mark out the two candles and you don't have a problem. So here we have break of structure. We have break of structure to the downside. So basically the first break of structure, what we are marking out is our SC candle. We are marking out our SC candle, and we are marking out our Quasimodo candle. This is our Quasimodo candle here. If you check the lower time frame, you are going to see that we had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low before we broke this structure. So this is our Quasimodo level here. This is our Quasimodo pattern here. If you check the lower time frame, you're going to see that candle very, very well. And that was what the candle used. The candle used the Quasimodo level to continue to the downside. Possibly you're going to see a supply zone there to move to the downside. Let's just check the 1 hour time frame and see for ourselves if we have a supply candle at the Quasimodo level. If we have a supply candle at the Quasimodo level and why the market had to move that way. So yes, we have the Quasimodo level here. We had the Quasimodo level here, and basically we do not really have a valid supply zone on this 1 hour time frame. But if you check lower time frames, if you are in this market, if you want to take this market right now, if you check the lower time frames, you are going to see a very valid supply candle at the Quasimodo level where the market used. So basically the market used this Quasimodo level to continue to the downside, and we had the break of structure to the downside, confirming us that we are ready for a sell, confirming us that the PO high is very valid. Remember, a PO high can be a reaction zone. If the market is not ready to continue to the downside, a PO high can just be a reaction zone. So here we have the break of structure confirming us, giving us extra confluence that the PO high is valid. So after we had this break of structure, what you are supposed to do is mark out your SC candle. And wait for the market to get to the SC candle and then take the market. Just enter the market based on confirmation on the lower time frame. So we have our SC candle here. We have the SC candle here, and the market came back to the SC candle, broke structure again to the downside, and we targeted the external low. Which is this low. And after the market broke the external low, we are out of the market. Now, when we broke this structure, the next thing you are supposed to do is mark out your first break of structure. Which is definitely this. After marking out your first break of structure, you are marking out your Quasimodo level and you are marking out your SC candle. So we have our Quasimodo level here. We have our Quasimodo level here. We are marking that out, which is colliding with our SC candle. It is colliding with our SC candle. So after we marked out our Quasimodo level, we will mark out our SC candle. Basically, we are marking out the next SC candle, which is this. This is our SC candle. This is our SC candle colliding with the Quasimodo candle. It is in line with the Quasimodo candle, but we are marking that out also. And as you can see, the market actually violated this particular high. The market violated this high, perhaps taking it as a liquidity, taking this as a liquidity and moving to the downside. But after we had this tested, we had our first break of structure. You look out for your first break of structure after the market tested that area. So after getting your first break of structure, you mark out your SC candle. Okay, this is the first break of structure. This is the first break of structure here. If you check the 15 minutes time frame, looking at the lower time frame, that is our first break of structure. So you are marking out your SC candle. Once you mark out your SC candle, you are waiting for the market to give you a confirmation at your PO high level. So we had our SC candle here, the market did not get there, and then we had our Quasimodo level here. This is our Quasimodo level. The market continued to the downside from the Quasimodo level, using a supply zone, perhaps on the lower time frame, using a valid supply zone to continue to the downside. So that is that for primary points of interest and how you can get the candles for primary point of interest. Basically, we have two types of candles you can get or you can mark out on the primary point of interest. The number one is the SC candle. The second one is the Quasimodo candle. Once you mark out this, you patiently wait for the market to come back into your PO high, and then you wait for a confirmation, and then you enter the market. So in the next video, I am going to drop about I'm going to explain the candles you need to look out for secondary points of interest. If you don't really understand the Quasimodo level or you don't understand the Quasimodo candle, kindly drop a comment and let me know if you want me to make a video based on Quasimodo pattern alone. If you want me to make a video based on Quasimodo pattern, drop me a message in the comment section. And if you understand this very well or you really enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop me a comment so that I can get motivated to drop more videos. So that's going to be that for now, and ask any question. If you have any question, just drop it in the comment section. I'd be willing to answer your questions. Stay profitable, guys. Keep living in the atmosphere of profits. Have a nice trading day. Bye.